rotten mess with they motherfucking dirty ass games that they was playing. We talking dirty Moors. We ain't talking righteous Moors. Because in the Feather versus the Feds is the Bays win this bitch. Right? Because it was Bays versus the L's, because the L's said they was lawgivers, and King George III instituted the Bar Association in 1863 in Savannah, Georgia. So we know who was behind the barristers the whole time, the black nobility, aka the goddamn white man that ain't even white, that look like us, but they ain't us. That's why they call us lichens, because we look like kin, but we ain't. We just wear the wolves. That's why they call us werewolves. But there's some blood-sucking, adrenal cream drinking motherfuckers. But since we know who's who and what's what, it's time to shut this motherfucker up. So let's go to the audience and see if we got some questions, Elder.
Yeah, we got a question that said, well, let me see, man, we got too many comments out there. He said, how can artificial supplements help the natural body?
So look, the artificial supplements is not necessarily from an artificial source. It's just that the source was refined in order to extract the part that you can supplement with, because the food is being grown using artificial means. So they have to extract supplements from other locations, sometimes toxic sources that you couldn't take in its free form, but they can get the vitamin or the mineral out, and you can take it without having the negative side effect of consuming the toxin. So the artificial supplement, keep in mind, it's not really artificial.
To me, that's really, when you look at how you're breaking everything down, there's really no such thing as artificial.
Well, it becomes artificial when you assemble it from scratch. So if I was to go in the lab and take the atomic molecules used to make water and I alter the isotopes, I made artificial water that has a different weight density because of the alteration in the isotope.
I see what you're saying. I was like, official mean to you legit. You know what I'm saying? It's straight. You know.
Well, the first word of artificial is art.
Yeah, that's right.
Art comes from the creative mind. The creative mind is the mind of God expressed through the hands of man.
So if you are official, that means, nigga, you official with this art. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, because you can reproduce and replicate.
Yeah.
Your words can manifest, your deeds can manifest. So if you can tell a compelling story to inspire deeper thought in somebody else, then you become a master of thought forms. You control thought. You become an instrumental part of the community because your energy changes the way people perceive reality. That's like you explain the rules of the game. You know, when the problem is too big for one, they got to call somebody who can figure the problem out next. If he can't solve it, he got to call next. And then till you get to what's called the final solution. The final solution is the final resolution. And the final resolution is the final resolve. And the final resolve is the resolve to get this shit done. Right? And so when we look at how everybody contributed to the art of life, remember, it's in the book, you the salt of the earth, right? In order to be the salt of the earth, you have to have the creative potential expressed. If you look on your screen right now, you got Mick Jagger, you got, I don't know if that's Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah.
And you got that talk show host, Tupac, and then you got old Blue Eyes. All of them had what's called the spark, the song. We didn't start the spot fire, but this thing's been burning since the world been turning, right? So we didn't start the fire. The fire is the Promethean flame. The Promethean flame is the unadulterated intelligence of the gods. Now remember, Prometheus climbed up to Mount Olympus and stole a little bit of the flames. That means he got a female that was born of the gods to marry and reproduce to give that flame to his seed, his progeny. Once he gave that flame to his progeny, now he's passed on the wisdom of the gods to his offspring. And wisdom is always justified of her children. Right? Why do they call her? Sophia, Ein Sof. Right? From Malkuth to Kephra. If you get to Kephra, you encounter Ein Sof, Sophia. right? And Sophia is feminine for wisdom, right? So if Sophia is wisdom and wisdom is justified of her children, they're talking about the queen's chamber in the brain. And in the queen's chamber in the brain is where the pineal gland sits. And on the other side is the king's chamber where the pituitary gland sits. And the two glands hold entirely two different functions. The pituitary gland develops your maturity. As a man, it turns you masculine. As a woman, it turns you feminine. And from the queen's chamber, we are downloading through the interior gyrus in the brain the instructions from Big Mama in the queen's chamber. And if there's no occupier of the queen's chamber, your mama can't die. She got to stay here till you find somebody that match her energy or love for you, unconditional.
You're born again.
Right. And so the story of Earth, right? The story of Earth is a love story in the end. The love story is bringing the love back where the misery dwells. And in order to unravel the love story in real life, you have to unravel all of the mysteries of time, but we call them legends and tales. Right? When you unravel that, then you find yourself in the midst of the mystery system and you become the unsolved mystery. So if you can see if you can find the mystery, the answer revolves around your history. So quietly, I dropped this degree scientifically and realistically, said Raquel. The 18th letter, the R. You catch that? And 18 is 3 6s, by the way.
And 81 on the mirror flip.
Yeah, and 81 is 9. Right? So when you put all this shit together, you see that some people just needed to drop of blood in order to be creative as us. Mission accomplished. The galactic family then came back to see that we accomplished the task they left us to do. We fought amongst each other, but I promise you this, we ain't even got to burn this bitch down, even if we piss. Because at the end of the day, after the anger and the rage, comes an understanding of the price that we paid.
Deep. Right?
Once you understand that the price you paid was for a better day, then you have paved the way for your children to see the motherfucking shit you suffer for. And as long as you don't do that, you ain't breaking no generational curses. Right? Breaking the generational curses is giving up all of the things that don't serve the greater good. And if each one teach one, we all gonna reach some. Right? And the more we reach, the better we can teach. And the better we can teach, the more we can reach. It's a reciprocal manifestation of real time, understanding the holographic nature of the board game of life. Right? So we understand that we take on new avatars when we wear this one out. But now we have the technological ability to expand the life of the avatar that we already had, but it was denied access by nefarious forces so that we can forever be under the perpetual ignorance of who we were. But the spell is broken and the gods is awakened. So when we put together the holographic universe in front of your face and show you piece by piece how it's assembled, who else has done that?
Right.
Get them motherfuckers, young elder. Bust them niggas here.
Hey, we got them niggas tonight, man. Hey, we about to get up out of here though, because I'm about to wind down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can let's take 2 more questions.
I got you. Somebody said once the dude was asking about the clock of destiny. How can
Charles Mosby Bay?
Yeah, it's like he said, how can you track? So can the clock of destiny help tracking reincarnation energy cycle?
When you understand what he's teaching in the clock of destiny, you will know how to read the astrological time frames. Right? He's teaching you the fundamentals of astrology as it's applied from our ancient ancestors, and it's slightly different than what we call the modern astrology. So he's giving you ancient Kemetic science, but he's telling it in a modern format. The same with C. Freeman Neal. He's telling you metaphysics and applied metaphysics and how to use it in order to accelerate your ascension. But most of the people can't understand what C. Freeman Neal is talking about because the science is beyond what they used to experiencing, so they can't sit through the lectures to get what they need to get. He's talking too much over their head. And he's breaking it down simple, but you have to be a diligent student in order to pay attention. And that's why I'm a master student, not the master teacher.
I feel the same.
So I tell you what all my teachers showed me, and then I could put it all together so y'all can see what I see. And once y'all see what I see, y'all can't unsee this shit.
That's right. We got one more for you, Brother Rod, before we get up out of here from the Sister Tiffany. Robot, Chief Rod, can you please elaborate a little bit more on the Shu Tefnut resonance?
So we was under a flip grid that gave us a double positive masculine polarity on the earth. They call it a Shu Men resonance. If you look up the god Shu and you look up the god Men, they are two male deities. This is a violation of Earth's gender contract to allow men to rule, to be under a double male domination. Like right here, you see you got a north and a south magnetic pole. Right? We only use the north magnetic pole because we in the northern hemisphere. But just like you have calibrated north magnetic pole magnets, you also have calibrated south pole magnets too. So that when you're in the southern hemisphere, you can traverse the land using the southern point of reference, which is up. Right? So when you're looking at those lines coming out, that's the developing of the electromagnetic field. Now, if you look up Shu Tefnut, go to Google Images, put in Shu Tefnut.
Bam.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I gotta restart the computer.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Right.
So Shu Tefnut is Mother Earth and the moisture of the sky, and it's the meeting of the two under the 432 hertz is the Earth frequency. The Schumann resonance is calibrated on a different frequency to give us a pitch, the wrong pitch, right? And if you get the wrong pitch, you'll never hit a home run.
That's right.
Now, when the Schumann resonance flip back correctly, it becomes the Shu Tefnut resonance, which is the proper frequency of the Earth. When that's what they call the pole flip. Before, the whole crust would flip around on the Earth. Right now, only the energy, because it's just Nibiru is going to pass just far enough not to flip the crust.
Okay.
But it's still going to pull on the electromagnetic field and cause the magnets to flip. And those frequencies that you see will be reoriented to the position they are now. South is up, north is down. Right? So all of the ones of us that had a north calibrated compass, it ain't going to work right. It's going to draw you to the south. So your north going to be reading south on your compass because of the electromagnetic grid flip. And so when I'm talking about the Shu Tefnut resonance, I'm talking about the ancient geographical physics of the Kemetic science, ancient Egypt, as they call it today.
Oh yeah, you put it down tonight, Rod. We're about to get up out of here, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, we thank you for coming on, Brother Rod. Let me know when you're ready to do the next one, man. We back. Man, we want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Like every time the Brother Rod come on, it's always a new level of information that I can take, that we all can take, and we can run with it. There's a very interesting book in the League of Chariots of Gods. However, the Kindle edition is after they get with their thousands of grammar. Okay, all right, boom. This is somebody comment on it. Oh, I know how to find. We make it find something on it. Hold on. Let me look this way right here. Go right here. Then you go to, let's say wars. That's when these. I know about this war. It's when they go a good picture of one where they really look like right there. That's how they really look right there.
That's a good picture. That's why the capstones is going off the pyramids too.
Yeah, let me save it. That's a really good picture of what it looked like right there. And these beans came down from Orion too. These beans, these are Hindu beans. That's a real good picture of what it really looked like right there. That's how they look. And it's different. It's different series of them because they develop more and more. When they got here, they got a better development. That's what they look like now. But when the old ones look more older, like this one right here. That's the older ones. Really.
That was humans trying to replicate.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. That's exactly what I was gonna say. This is the humans. This is like the Adolf Hitler type trying to copy these people's shit, right? But this is more what it looked like, just like this right here. It looked.
Hey, in the same row you got that picture. Go all the way to the left. You might be able to see it. That might be the minus.
Right there.
The one in stone.
Okay, the one in stone right here. Right here.
Oh, that's the layout of the cities.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Vimanis Wars is told in a story called Bhagavad Gita. All right, so when you read what the Gita is about, hey, don't you notice that the one on the left look kind of like Queen Mother Tai?
Where, right here?
Up there that you got up that you just had up? No, the picture you just had up.
Oh, okay, right here?
Right there, at a distance, it looked like Queen Mother Tai.
Okay, this right here, picture right here in the middle?
No, the one on the left.
Right here.
That's the right.
Oh, yeah, my love, your love. and you know, these people, these Hindus, when they came at the military, they used elephants and air balloons. They were throwing these like bombs from these air balloons. So that's what like the air balloon culture, like like man, it's a whole bunch of shit that's coming up now in my head. I'm telling you that I'm putting together.
The Chinese had ancient flying machines too, but we ain't got to them yet.
Yeah, like the air. I'm gonna write a whole fucking book called Ancient Flying Machines, and I'm gonna talk about the origin of the balloon. We was the first ones that doing that shit, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Now look
at this.
Let's go back to the page before this.
Okay, let's go. Yeah.
Okay. We're looking for Vimanis War. See if you see them on there. I can't see the
right
screen,
here.
so
this
I can't
right here might be this is something on it right here, I think. This is something on it. Right here, I think. Hold on, using doing me. All right, it says right here, it says our ancient texts describe many. Man, don't let me butcher this word. Vimanis. Yeah, bananas. Was a bananas used during the ancient wars. It is it said it is acknowledged to think about the technical advancements during that period in the I can't say this word right here. Bahajataba. That's some fucking
Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah. Remember I just told you that the wars was talked about in there?
Okay, the Bhagavad Gita Purana. We description of
It was a story from Patanjali was talking to Arjuna.
Hey, who is Maya? Maya. That's that chick in the blue, right? That blue chick.
No, Maya means illusions.
I know Maya means illusion. I'm saying that's one of the chick's name that was fighting in the war. The blue chick. That's one of her names, Maya.
Oh, might be.
Yeah, like the chick that was fighting, that was chopped. Because remember, you broke down a story. You said, "Look at this chick, and she got blue like this chick right here." Hold on, I'm gonna keep this screen. Let me do it like this right here. this right here ties in too with what you're saying, and you had already broke this lady down on another tape right here.
You talking about in the Great Wall?
No, not in the Great Wall. I'm gonna show you. It was a chick that had somebody had these heads chopped off.
Oh, that's Kali Ma.
Yeah, that's what. See, one of the names that they call her in one of the lanes. I think Baba said it in the book. It was Maya, and that's it ties right here. This her right here.
Mm-hmm.
With the head chopped off. You said that she was a good being, right?
Don't that look like Enlil in her head in her hand?
Yeah.
When you see these sisters in this imagery, right? These was the warrior women that was fighting on the ground during the Vimanis Wars. They was the fierce women warriors that they be talking about, the Dahomey, the Amazon, you know, where Diana from. Right?
Yeah. Go ahead, Diana. What's up?
Diana is supposed to be Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Right. So all of these different women, you know, you see Kali Ma like this, you see Sekhmet in the raids, you see some of the daughters like this, Maya. All of them were actual people that fought. And those 4 arms show you her methods.
Okay.
Right. Now, if you look around her neck, she got a ring of skulls around her neck.
Yeah.